Hello everyone, my name is Dark and we are playing some Ark Mobile. Today I'm going to show you guys how to beat the Broodgenetrix, otherwise known as the Spider Boss. Let's go! Alright, so to start off, let's take a look at what weapons and armor I'm dealing with. I've got a pump shotgun at 110 damage, a comp bow at 505 from the Yeti Cave. I'll have to do a video on that soon. Leave me a comment if you'd like me to make a video on how to do the Yeti Cave to get the good comp bows. The armor I have, just standard quality, 400 to 500, 550 armor. Typical decent durability, 4 to 600, somewhere in that range. And then the other thing we do have is stimulants, of course. With this boss especially, you're going to want to have stimulants. You're also going to want to have a canteen or some form of water jar, so that when you use the stimulants, if you need to use a bunch of them, you can, drink the water and not have that knock you out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright. So now I prefer to use the shotgun. That is what I would suggest you use if you have a decent shotgun. I can also use the bow if I'd like it. I do have a bow with decent damage, especially in this run here with the 505. But the shotgun will do comparable damage when all the shells hit. And since it's a pretty big team, there's not a whole lot of stuff that gets in the way. A lot of the shells will hit every single shot, which means that the damage should be comparable, if not more, for the shotgun. So I do prefer the shotgun in that sense. Also, sometimes you get some of those pellets hitting some of these little minions, so that they don't, occasionally you can take some of them out with the same shot. And so now the technique for when you fight this specific boss is you just want to run corner to corner. Now when you run though, you're going to want to constantly jump. So you see how there's these little like spots that look like they're on a slight incline, slightly above the web ground. That part of the map you can actually touch and run without, being caught in the web. But in the rest of this part, if you get on it and you're running or you're walking, it'll slow you down. You get webbed. You don't recover from that until you get back onto the raised above the level little ledges, little plateaus, whatever you want to call them. But if you keep jumping while you're running, you can actually avoid that web effect. So as long as you have a constant jump and you hardly touch that ground, you should be able to just continuously run at a good pace. But all the corners are these little ledges, so you can just go from corner to corner, take your shots when he gets close, go to the next corner. That's really just the best way to do it. And then aside from the webbing on the ground, the most dangerous part of this specific boss fight is really the minions, I think, because the boss is super slow. You can always see him when you're running around. He's fairly simple to avoid. The spiders, though, the boss will just like release a whole bunch of spiders at once, and they all just drop to the floor, and then they just start slowly going after you. When they stick together, they're generally easy to see and to know when they're getting close to you or to take out. But just like in the caves, when you're running the caves on the island, if one of them happens to get close enough to you to web you, and then even worse, bite you, it'll increase your torpor, and that's where the stimulants come in. Because if one of these do get close enough to hit you, they could potentially knock you out. So that's why you want those stimulants in your hotbar. The boss itself, if he hits you, it should not kill you. As long as you have armor, you should be fine. His attack will also apply torpor. So again, you want to have the stimulants, but he's, like I said, he's super slow. So as long as you're keeping your distance and you're, being good about it, you shouldn't have to worry about it. And you essentially just have to take your time and keep your distance and just keep shooting him, and eventually you will win the fight. So you see those three spiders. They were all fairly close to me where I was just running by. If I had been moving backwards and shooting and didn't notice they were there, they could have easily have bitten me there. Which could have applied the torpor, and if I wasn't quick enough on the stimulants, maybe a couple of them bite me close to the same time. That's where you have to worry. In most cases too, the spiders will tend to stay close to the boss and will kind of follow the same path that the boss does. But eventually you'll see spiders start to creep up on you when the boss is still far away. I like to just shoot them and take care of them. I'd rather just have them, killed with one shot from a shotgun or a bow than to have them running around all loose Unlike these last few that I just passed again. I don't like seeing them there because as soon as, just like this, see how I kind of got stuck in that web? That slows me down to where they can actually catch up to me. And if that were to happen, closer to them, I'm going to get bit a whole bunch. So I like to just shoot them and take care of them, and then just keep shooting the boss once the nearby ones are dead. And so aside from that, though, it's, everything else is just pretty simple. Typical boss fight. You just gotta keep shooting at them, repeat the pattern of running, shoot, running, shoot. This was one of the first couple bosses that were released with the dungeons when they first came out on mobile, on Ark Mobile. And, he's one of the first few bosses, so it's pretty straightforward. The developers tried to make him a good boss and, have decent health, decent different attacks and whatnot, but they weren't necessarily, crazy creative with him in any sort of way. He's just a spider boss. Nothing crazy about him. Like some of the other bosses out there, like the new dung beetle boss. Actually, if you're watching this a long time from when I'm recording this, which is January time frame of 2020, if you're watching any time in the future since then, this video was made when the dung beetle boss came out for Ark Mobile, and now that boss is definitely creative. So, but yeah, this was one of the first ones. Pretty straightforward is my point. If you're interested in the other videos, by the way, I have all of the boss videos up for the dungeons, so feel free to check them out on my channel. And actually, I highly recommend you check them out. I would very much appreciate it if you check them out. There's a lot of different bosses in Ark Mobile now, a lot you can see. So, alright, so we've almost got him beat here. So just gonna keep shooting at him. He's right around 10,000 health, and we are at almost the 6-minute mark. Total time used, the 9 minutes left. But as you can see, it's fairly simple. He seems to be stuck in that corner right now. Doesn't seem interested in getting any closer, so that's nice. Hopefully we can beat him before he gets to us. Nope, I don't want to chance it. And this is probably a true suggestion for any boss. Even when you got him almost dead, do not risk getting hit or knocked out or losing the boss fight because you think you can kill him before he gets to you if he's getting close. Just run and repeat the process one more time. Play it safe. Don't risk losing the boss fight at the very end just because you didn't want to run one more, corner or one more lap. And we got him. Look at him like explode. That was crazy. Anyways, though, that is how you beat the spider boss. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I hope it was able to help you in some way, whether it gives you the confidence or the, a heads up for what to expect. Hopefully it was able to help you. And obviously, we gotta knock out the minions and kill the minions too. But hopefully this video was able to help you. Hopefully you have the confidence you need now to go and fight that spider boss and take care of business. If you enjoy the content, please, 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 please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you'd like to see a video of how to do the Yeti Cave to get these good combos, definitely leave me a comment and I'll make sure I prioritize that one. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of my current subscribers and everyone who's already liked and commented on a bunch of my videos, I appreciate you and you are awesome. So I thank you very, very much. Anyways, though, my name is Dark, and I will see you next time.